yoga session was interesting.
Relaxing, hard work.
Yeah, it's just like amazing how we did it 2 days ago, right? As well.
The yoga.
Yeah. Not the same session obviously because every session is different.
Yeah.
But that one felt like hard obviously because our muscles are so tight after the race, but just it was getting into the head.
Yeah, it was like toxins being released, going straight to the head.
And I even had like this sharp pain in my head at some point.
Stars in my face. Yeah. In my head.
I never had that before. But anyway, so we did our big race yesterday. It's straight. We did the big race, and it was 1.9 swim, 90k on the bike, and half marathon to finish.
21 kilometers.
Long 21 kilometers. So what was your favorite part? Was it favorite?
Yeah.
It was there a favorite? Yeah. So what
I
was
enjoyed the swimming.
swimming? Okay.
The water temperatures were perfect. It was clear. It was flat. There was the sunrise in the background.
Yeah.
Nice.
For me, the swim. I mean, like I did. That's my weakest discipline. But I don't know. I kind of enjoy it. I try to stay calm because there is so many things usually which scare me in the water, and it was just fine. I was able to switch off my mind.
It was relaxing. It was nice and.
There was no jellyfish.
There was no fish.
No, actually, yeah, there was no fish.
There was no fish.
That's weird, isn't it?
Maybe one jellyfish.
There was like right on
Right
the like
below.
yeah.
But you had good visibility.
It was
so you
huge.
saw
It was like no, it wasn't. It was like maybe like that.
It was clear and see-through.
But you know what I've got when I'm swimming in the open water? Usually, even I'm swimming with you guys, right? And you are beside me. I have so many things that I'm scared of, and I'm just like, I have this. If there is the visibility is quite poor, I've got this feeling I'm gonna hit the wall at some point.
Yeah.
And also the moment I'm on my own, I just get like really paranoid. But yesterday I was actually on my own. There was no one because you were on the front of the pack. Well, you started from the back.
Started from the back and worked my way to the front, but it was very.
You were on the beginning of the and you were swimming in the pack, right?
Yeah. But even that wasn't really a problem. I normally don't like that.
Oh, you don't like that, yeah?
No, because there's a lot of people and you end up with lots of elbows in your face. And it was a very tight space. But
so you didn't mind that at all?
No, it's okay.
So that's interesting because for me, I never have a chance to swim with other people because I'm so slow. So they're like on the beginning, which is not an issue because you just walk and so on. But I normally get scared and paranoid that I'm on my own. But at some point, there was no one else.
Yeah.
And it was fine.
It doesn't matter. Bottom line, you can, if you choose your spot, you can make it work.
Yeah.
Whether in the back or in the front, or if you want to be swimming through them, packs, it's fine.
Yeah. And another interesting thing about swimming, there was 5 boys, 4 yellow, 1 red. And the 2, it was like that when it was a beach here, right? It was here, and the 2 back yellow, they were so far, it felt like a very, very long distance, and it was, the sun was just on this side, so you could hardly see the boy.
It was hard to visualize, but you couldn't see anything for the sun. So that's where experienced sea swimming came in, because you had to.
Yeah, you had to.
Just
and I've seen people like far past the boys, and I was like, what are they doing there?
You had to constantly reorient yourself. It was funny.
And the very last bit, I thought it's gonna be the moment I get to the 3rd buoy and I'll be coming back to the shore. It's gonna be easy, and it was actually the hardest bit.
Because there was a little bit of current that you didn't notice to start.
It was, I think, the low. It was from high tide going to low tide.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh.
There was a little bit of resistance. Yeah, you need a bit more power.
Then the bike. Next thing.
The bike was. I felt it was just scenic. It was nice.
It was nice.
It was varied. There was pine trees. There was water. There was the sea. There was a long river.
The cobblestone street was just like
miserable.
It was. I was just like. It was the very beginning also, like, and then on the end, and you just felt like, why? And it was like very long. It felt like forever.
And lots of pieces. People lost lots of pieces. There was bottles on the road.
Yeah, there were.
There
You're right.
Technical bits everywhere.
So obviously no one expected that, and I mean, your bike should be like properly
prepared for
that. But you didn't expect the cobblestone street.
And it was a bad cobblestone street.
I thought like halfway through the first half maybe that cycle is hard, especially because it was like up and down, but there was lots of uphill. Like for me, it felt like it was quite a bit more than they said. And I
Yeah, it
expected
was-
like one hill, and then that's all. But it actually
one hill
was,
on the way out and one on the way back. Yes,
but it
that's
wasn't
what
like
the
that.
Profile
It
looks
was
like.
felt
It
like
was-
felt like
It
that.
was constant. There was no relenting. In and out, up and down, up and down, up and down. Different gradients up, different gradients down, and it felt a lot more than the 900 meters.
Yeah, my watch actually said 1200 meters.
Mine didn't.
So maybe I went like
Your
the
watch is
I did extra
counting
hill.
what you felt like.
Yeah,
rather
maybe
than-
maybe. And then I think for me, once I get to the finish, also the wind was the wind on the way there. The wind was like actually going.
in front.
It
It was,
was
it was facing us. Yeah.
It was kind
so
of
the way back was
horrible.
hard. Was easier.
And the moment I got to this little roundabout on the end, and we had to reverse, it was like, great. That's kind of. And then
That was very enjoyable. Yeah, we caught up.
we caught up, and then it was kind of nice because we could chat a little bit.
Yeah.
Although we were so fast on the downhill, so I was like, okay, I had to brake. This one road which went downhill, it was just crazy, and
It
was
was
lots of
very-
loose
it was-
stone as well.
Yeah, there was gravel on the surface,
Mm.
and it was very steep. Bends.
And between the pines, well, not
you
between
couldn't see
the
very
pines
well
were.
ahead.
It
Where
was
where you were
yeah,
heading
I'm
towards,
not
yeah.
I'm not really experienced in this kind of condition, so that was felt hard. But you were really fast on that.
But that depends.
Beautiful.
Yeah, if that's a bit of more experience than anything else.
And then yeah,
And we found out we cheated afterwards.
yeah. So we thought we didn't. We figure out. Okay, so maybe we can go together, but you are not allowed drafting in.
Within 10 meters.
We
You're
fig-
supposed to leave 10 meters in between. People.
Yeah. So we figure out. Okay, what about if we go next to each other? And we thought it's okay. Well,
Oh, no.
but Leszek told us it's not okay.
Side drafting.
But no one told us that.
No.
I mean, I don't think it's said so anywhere.
I can't say I read all the rules, so.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway,
Anyway.
we did that, and at least we had some conversation going on,
Yeah.
and you overtook some boys as well. I think 3 guys,
Yeah.
and there was one trying to catch up with us,
Oh,
but then I
oh,
was just like, no, let's go. So then the run, that's kind of, I thought for me that was I thought it's my strongest discipline. It was just absolutely horrible. It was a long stretch, 3.5K one way, 3.5K.
And not only that, but it was dead straight.
It was that straight, yeah. There was,
was
nothing.
not even a bend.
No.
And you could see, not see the end. There was an end, but it never came any nearer, any closer.
And there was one feeding station only halfway through, which was not enough.
No.
It was
Warm.
really hot for us. And
Yeah.
I felt like even I started running, I was just like,
Ugh.
oh my God. And I thought like the moment we start running, for me, it will be like, perfect, it's just gonna run. This is what I was kind of trying to
Yeah.
set up my mind, which maybe if I didn't set up my mind this way, it would be worse, I don't know. But the first circle was really,
The first
hard.
circle was hard, and in your head having known that you don't have to do that two more times in the heat with very little water and a million people around you. Long.
and I had also this problem with my insole, like it started really rubbing my side on my, just over here, side of my foot. And it was just aggravating and stronger. So I decided I will take one insole out, and that actually helped because otherwise I think I was thinking like, okay, I'm gonna walk, but like taking off the insole, I felt a little bit, I don't know if it's the best idea because you are without any extra support and your feet are tired, but it worked out, so I'm glad
Yeah.
that it happened.
And actually, having not given up, none of us having not given up,
Yeah.
well, part of it was the technique of going to the food stations,
Walking. Yeah.
and making use of the food station.
I took everything.
So did I.
Water, Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
You never heard that, guys?
No,
Coca-Cola. And there was some like isotonic or whatever it was.
Yeah.
So I was like, I want everything. So
And then after the second stop, water in and out,
Oh,
over
yeah.
the head,
yeah,
over everything.
everywhere.
Yeah.
And there was some people also giving bottles away. Well, once it happened once to me. They gave me
There was a
some
couple of
guys-
benches with people with water
So
on them.
that was nice. That was
Yeah.
like you really needed. I think definitely you needed like an extra station near the finish line. That
Yeah.
would be so good.
Even towards the start and the finish.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was. And I don't know those guys who were doing the full distance.
I don't know where there's food
I
stations
don't-
also.
maybe there was another one for
Yeah,
them.
There must have been. Surely.
Second circle, I think it was even harder. I don't know.
It got harder as definitely as
The third one, I thought like, okay, the moment I get to the very end on the third one, I will go faster, and I did try, but I couldn't. I was running, like I did maybe for a tiny bit, but my heart rate, when I checked, it was going like 169 average or something like that. It's just crazy,
See,
and I
was-
kind of felt it this way.
I was lucky. I had the same plan. Didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
But then this guy came up behind me and picked me up, and I was able to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I was able to run the whole stretch home, which no way would I have done this without the encouragement of this guy.
Yeah. So sometimes you
So
need
it's,
that,
yeah.
yeah, someone like
Yeah.
grabbing you.
Yeah.
So overall, I mean, during the run, I was just like, I think this is the last time I'm doing it. But then the moment you cross the finish, you just think like, well, I did it.
Yeah.
It's amazing that, you know, I wasn't sure.
I'd given up on my triathlon career altogether.
Yeah.
After the first lap.
After the first lap, I was like, that's it.
Never ever again. I am converting to something else. But no, something
Yeah.
picks you up and you run over the finish line and
We did
you've
it.
sign up for your next one.
Exactly, and we sign up straight away tomorrow, yesterday for
Edinburgh.
Edinburgh Ironman.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, well done us.
Hurrah.
Yay!